I'm John Kovach. I'm a newspaper editor. I'm a radio announcer. I'm a high school football coach. And since I was old enough to stand on the side of a stream next to my dad, I've been an angler. I've fished with bait, lures, and flies. I've fished with spinning gear, fly rods, jigging poles, and tip-ups. I've stood on ice, waded rapids, and been tossed about the deck of a boat. And I want you to love fishing, be it freshwater or salt, heavy flows, high seas, or cutting through a foot of ice, as much as I do, no matter what the quarry, no matter the tactics, no matter the chosen tackle. Welcome to Yankee Fisherman. Welcome to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop. John Kovach with you this Thursday, June 9th, 2016. Summer fast coming upon us. Still some time to fish. A lot going on this weekend, a lot going on last weekend, and a lot going on in today's show. So we're going to get right to it. First up, Nutmeg TU has been working to restore the banks of the Mill River in Fairfield near the eastern border. This is a very heavily trafficked area along Congress Street, literally right behind the, if you know, the rest area on the Merritt Parkway South in Fairfield by GE's headquarters. It literally, you could hit the rest area with a backcast if the trees weren't in the way. Nutmeg's been doing a lot to remove invasives, and this weekend planted some new, more natural wild plants there. Let's take a look at some of the work they did to restore one of the better wild trout streams in Connecticut, if not all of New England. John Kovach, Yankee Fisherman on the HAN Network. We are along the banks of the Mill River in Fairfield, right at the eastern border. We are with Pat Fowler, Conservation Chairman for Nutmeg TU, Chaz Petroselli, who is the current president of Nutmeg TU, and Chris Mancini, who is the incoming president of Nutmeg. We've just finished planting a lot of bushes here. This is a continuation, Chaz, of a project that began a few years ago?
Yes, you know, John, this started 3-4 years ago when I became chapter president. We wanted to do work on the mill. I got in touch with the state, DEP, walked the mill with the stream environment biologist, and came up with a few projects. And he suggested, you know, start with something pretty straightforward and smaller, so you can demonstrate that you can get things done as a group, and then work on the bigger projects of changing the riverbed and stuff to make it more circuitous and stuff, to give it more holding water, which is a big project. And then Ed Jones contacted me and asked if our chapter would be interested in the project on the sandbar here on cleaning up invasives. And where we're standing now, this would, behind me, would be all knotweed. Right now it'd be knotweed about waist high, but by by the end of June it'd be over my head.
I remember being here clearing some that was twice my height.
Right, so we started 3 years ago clearing that, first hacking and bagging, and then the chapter spent money on spraying, which was very productive, and then in between we did some more cuttings and bagging, and so we finally got the property ready for planting, you know, to hold the ground and to keep the knotweed from coming back. And so today, I'm sort of excited. It was a very exciting day for me because after 3 years of doing things like cleanups and cutting knotweed and spraying knotweed and just lots of hard work and without showing much result, we actually got to do something positive today and plant bushes and trees. We planted 69 different bushes and trees today with 7 people, and it was great. And so this is like the first positive step, but there's more work to do. We've got other areas that we want to do stream bank hardening and improvement, and now we can go from here to there. This was possible because of a grant from Orbis.
Thank you, we could press it with it.
No, you just want to get you just want to dislodge them a little bit
Yeah, so
they can spread out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to put the fertilizer in the hole?
Now, Chris Mancini, you operate Old Glory Landscaping. What did we plant here along the Mill River? I'm assuming we put natives back in?
We put native woodlands in, and it's a diversity of blueberry bush, viburnum, red chokeberry, a couple of specimen red maples, and a big willow to hold a good root system for the bank once we start doing some more bank and stream work. So basically what's going to go on here is most of this shrubbery will do anywhere between 6 to 12 feet tall, and it'll cover quite a bit of space. Our next
Is that actually filming?
So what's next for the project? The next installment's in September?
The next installment will be in September, and it'll be the same impact. It'll be blueberries, viburnum, and so on that we had put on the property today. And what we're basically trying to do is make it look as natural as possible, and eventually end up with a carpet of fern, wildflowers, and just make it look really pretty for everybody to enjoy.
Pat, this was all made possible by a grant from Orvis. How did that come about?
So Orvis offers a conservation grant to a number of its retail locations. I work at the retail store in Darien, and Orvis offers this for restoration projects, environmental projects, etc. So when I was voted onto the board as conservation chair, I thought this would be a great opportunity to kind of give back to the local areas. You know, Orvis donates a lot of money nationally, but this is a very good thing to do for boots on the ground. So they gave us $2,000, which went directly right into this area.
So spent locally. If it was an Orvis in another area, it would have been spent locally there.
Exactly. They gave away close to $20,000 to multiple locations. We were just a small drop in the bucket. But again, these small grants go a big way.
Pat Fowler, Chaz Petroselli, Chris Mancini, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just a great time out there, got a lot done, and you can see why with the rising fish there in the Mill River, why we're doing this. We're going to be back with more Yankee Fisherman presented by the Dock Shop right after this. Warm weather, light breezes, boats are in the water. There's no better place to celebrate summer than the Dock Shop. Whether in Darien at 51 Tokenique Road or Westport at 609 Riverside Avenue, the Dock Shop is where you'll find everything you need to kick off summer. From the latest summer apparel to the newest fishing tackle, the Dock Shop will help you get the most out of your next beach day or harbor cruise. At the Dock Shop, you'll find a wonderful selection of items made in the USA and right here in New England, all with a distinct nautical flair. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the coastal lifestyle, this is a unique place to shop. DockShop.com.
Walter Stewart's Market in New Canaan is your time-saving local shopping destination for the best of spring. Find many of your favorite products, from great specials on everyday items to the freshest organic produce, artisanal cheeses, and grass-fed steaks. Chop off your knives to be sharpened. Grab a beautiful bouquet of spring flowers, and plus their personable staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. So stop in to Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street today, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
Mosquitoes Squad guarantees as America's most trusted mosquito and tick company. Locally owned and operated, over 90,000 homes have been protected by Mosquito Squad using their dual protection method for season-long protection, which includes barrier spray service for eliminating mosquitoes and adult ticks, as well as supplemental programs to increase tick control. They use only USDA organic options, which are safe and non-toxic. Contact them today at www.squadctny.com or 203-893-4309. Mosquito Squad. No bugs, no bites, no kidding.
Hi, I'm Rob Adams with my good friend Donald Eng, and we're the home team for Nutmeg Sports, Monday through Wednesday at 2 o'clock right here on the HAN Network. We are the place for all things Connecticut sports, so come hang out with us on Nutmeg Sports. Don? They don't call him the best color man in the game for nothing. Nutmeg Sports, 2 o'clock, Monday through Wednesday, right here on the HAN Network.
You're watching the HAN Network, and you're not alone. Nearly 1 million people have watched our live sports, news, and entertainment programming since the network launched in August 2015. Advertise on the network that reaches Fairfield County, Connecticut's most engaged audience. Contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Welcome back to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop on the HAN Network. John Kovach with you this Thursday, June 9th. Thanks to the guys at Nutmeg TU for taking some time to talk about their work along the Mill River. Another big event coming up here in southwestern Connecticut is going to be on June 25th, and that is Hooks for Heroes. More than 150 fishermen, disabled military veterans, and their families will be there. It's the 5th annual one. It is hosted by the Halloween Yacht Club. It's raised more than $30,000 to help veterans, and it looks like it's been a fun day of fishing on the Long Island Sound. We were out there recently to talk to the organizers. Let's take a look. John Kovach, Yankee Fisherman on the HAN Network. We're at the Halloween Yacht Club talking with Commodore John Ascaro and Fred Stunkel. He's chairman of the fishing committee here. And Halloween Yacht Club getting ready to host Hooks for Heroes yet again. That on June 25th, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a tournament for veterans. John, how long has the club been doing this?
We've been doing it probably, we started out as a one different name. We switched it over to Hooks for Heroes, and it's probably been several years now, and each year we've collected around $10,000 each year that we use for gift cards. And these gift cards, we every month we get a group of people that go down to Bethesda, to the hospital, and we actually hand out the gift cards to disabled veterans who are not necessarily the veterans, but active duty soldiers, and they can use these gift cards in any way they please. It kind of just gives them a little help, and we also give them a lot of encouragement, good words, lots of thanks. They need it. They're doing a lot for their country. It's a good thing to do. So 100% of the money we collect goes towards the soldiers.
How did Hooks for Heroes get started?
Well, basically it was on a Memorial Day about 5 years ago, and Rich Condon, one of the organizers, said, we should do something with the veteran. As a veteran myself in Vietnam, I said, that's a great idea. So we came up with the Hooks for Heroes, take a couple of guys out, raise some money, and give it to a veterans organization here locally. Well, it kind of blossomed from there, and we have about 200 participants now. It's a community affair where everybody donates either food or raffle prizes, and it's been growing and growing and growing. And the organization that we picked again this year was Operation Gift Cards. It's run by the DAV Chapter 13 in Stamford, Connecticut. It's a local organization, and Al Meadows is the chairman of Operation Gift Cards. What he does is all the money that we collect, 100%, he puts into gift cards, and he goes down to Walter Reed Army Medical Facility in Bethesda, Maryland, and we give it to the guys that are wounded. We bring about $1,000. We raised $10,000 last year, and we gave them $10,000 back. So it's 100% for 100%, and that's pretty good.
And these are gift cards they can use for anything, to fill the gaps, to get things they need.
What it's used for is the PX or commissaries on the base itself. It's a regular military base, and they use it. Their families use it when they come up to visit them. It really helps them out a lot. And there's also other things. There's packages that they need. We donate Girl Scout cookies to the Red Cross, to the USO. So there's a lot involved with the Operation Gift Cards, other than just giving them the gift cards itself. We give each person that we meet, either in a bed or in rehabilitation, we give them around $80 to $100 every time we go down here, each individual. So we go about $4,000 every time he goes down to Bethesda.
And what about the fishing?
The fishing over here, well, we catch pretty good fish. It's a bluefish in a bass tournament. Starts at 5:15 in the morning. We serve breakfast.
What species? What are we catching?
Striped bass would be the top choice right now, and bluefish would take a second place. And there's been some nice fish being caught the past few years up in the 30 and 40 pound class.
That's a good size fish.
Absolutely.
Now, are some people who aren't usually getting a chance to getting out in the tournament?
Yes, people that have never fished before are getting the chance to come out with us, and there are boats available with spaces, and they're being taken to areas that are really hot, where smaller boats can't reach, and they're getting into action. They're having a great time.
And one can enter, go to the Halloween Yacht Club website.
We have Hooks for Heroes website, hooksforheroes.us, hooks FOR heroes.us, and there's a PayPal link there that they can either join up for the fishing contest or make a monetary donation of any amount.
And anybody can enter and fish?
Anybody can enter and fish with a boat. We have the boats, yeah. And we got about 30 boats this year. And we expect maybe 40 to 50 veterans this year. We have about 18 veterans coming from Walter Reed Hospital themselves, which are active military. And we have, I would say, alumni that were in Bethesda, Walter Reed Army Hospital, in Connecticut. And we bring them all over from Connecticut, and we put them up in local hotels.
Is fishing a big part of the club?
It used to be. Fishing, I would say, at one time was about 75%. Fishermen. Now it's kind of decreased a little bit. We're getting more pleasure people and sailboaters, and but what few people are left, we're trying to get together and keep it going.
John, who are some of the sponsors of Hooks for Heroes?
Well, it's kind of opened up to a lot of smaller individual donations. We have a lot of businesses in the area. A lot of restaurants donate their time, money, food. Quite a few organizations, tackle shops, Fisherman's World. We have like West Marine. Some donate actual prizes. Some donate gift cards. So it's an all-around effort. We get a lot of the Coast Guard Auxiliary, Fire Department, Police Departments. They all donate their time. They actually get involved. During that day, we'll have Coast Guard Auxiliary boats, Coast Guard boats here, and police fire boats from Stamford. It's a great day, and it's kind of a celebration for all people who donate their time for this country.
Weigh-in time is around 1 o'clock. Then we have the festivities on the grounds here at the Halloween Yacht Club. We have vintage military vehicles coming in. This year we have the Stratford National Guard coming in with their vehicles. The children get a really good kick going on the vehicles and blowing the horns and seeing what they do.
That is again Saturday, June 25th,
Correct.
6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Can people still enter?
Yes, they can. They can actually go on the website, and there is a if you go to the Halloween website, which is hyc.net, there's a link for the Hooks for Heroes. They can click on that link, make donations. You can make donations and not fish. Basically, what I do, I donate my time and money, but I gave up fishing a long time ago.
You gotta get you back out there.
Well, I'd like to, but 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm retired now, so it's not my time to start the day.
And that is the time it starts. It's at 6 a.m. You've got a pre-tournament breakfast starts at 5:15.
Correct.
There's a cookout after the tournament awards. That's all at 1:30 on June 25th. $35 to get in. Hooks for Heroes supports veterans.
Excellent.
John Ascaro, Fred Stunkel, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to us about that.
We thank you and hope to see you that day.
Warm weather, light breezes, boats are in the water. There's no better place to celebrate summer than the Dock Shop. Whether in Darien at 51 Tokenique Road or Westport at 609 Riverside Avenue, the Dock Shop is where you'll find everything you need to kick off summer. From the latest summer apparel to the newest fishing tackle, the Dock Shop will help you get the most out of your next beach day or harbor cruise. At the Dock Shop, you'll find a wonderful selection of items made in the USA and right here in New England, all with a distinct nautical flair. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the coastal lifestyle, this is a unique place to shop. DockShop.com.
Connecticut is coming back to hometown banking, to a partner that makes small businesses feel big, where community comes first, where you get the know-how only neighbors can deliver, where saving time is important too. It's time to expect more. It's time to bank well. Bank smart. Bank local. Bank well. With the 24-month Bankwell Smart CD, you can earn 1.35% APY and raise your rate and add to your CD.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break, weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN Network.
Welcome back to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop, this Thursday, June 9th. John Kovach with you. So, back in the winter, we went down to New Jersey to visit Ramsey Outdoor Center. They had a cabin fever event. And I met a guy there who's invented it's kind of a catch-all thing, and let's let him explain it. John Kovach, Yankee Fisherman. We're at Island Beach State Park in New Jersey with Ted Blake of Coastline Surf System. Ted has invented this. It's a backpack, it's a carry-all. It's really everything that you need to get out on the beach surf casting. Ted, tell us a little bit about this.
Well, you're exactly right, John. I designed this for the ease of bringing all the equipment you need for a great day out on the beach. There's really no location you can't get to with this backpack. Just like campers use a backpack to get to remote locations, this is designed thoroughly for the fishermen for the ease. As you can see, everything's constructed with shoulder straps, highly padded, ease to put over your shoulders. And what makes this really unique, and what allowed me to get a United States patent on this, is there's also the addition of legs to a backpack. So when you pull the pack out of your car and you want to load the rods in, none of your equipment sits in the moisture on the ground or gets dirty. Set the pack up like this out of your car, place your rods in. Rod holders are also sand spikes, as you'll notice.
Right, so you could pull the tube out and you're all set if you're fishing with bait and letting it sit.
Get out to the beach. If you're going to dead stick a bait, the sand spike comes right out. And it also doubles as the rod carrier for the pack.
And all this you can strap to your back and walk from your car to wherever you have to go. How long did it take you to develop this?
This took a little over 3 years to develop. And what makes it real nice is hidden in the back of the frame, there's an additional stand that comes out, which telescopes and locks in. So when you do get out onto the beach, just standing up and putting it back gives you all the support that you'll need.
So on a windy day like we're facing here at the Governor's Cup, you don't have to worry about it blowing over.
You really don't. I mean, if you have some really big rods, we're getting some good gusts of wind of 30 miles an hour today. With the taller rods, they do act like a sail, you know, and I always recommend that you place the face of the pack into the wind, and that gives it more stability.
Now, you've got bags there for your tackle, you've got bags there, I would assume, for food, your tools, everything's there?
All different size bags, and you know, everybody's going to set up their pack a little differently. I tend to use the smaller bags or terminal tackle boxes. It'll handle 4 of the standard terminal tackle boxes. I have all I need, extra hooks. The other small bag rigs, teasers. They could probably carry 30 or 40. Plus there's wire leader in there because there are some big bluefish in the surf today. I hope we get into them. The middle bag is designed, and all these bags are designed around the standard plastic boxes that are out on the market. This is a 3400 size box. And also, this will carry a half-gallon Tupperware where I can carry maybe 4 dozen clams, cut up bunker, and I put a small blue ice in there if it's a hot day to keep your bait fresh. And the Tupperware keeps your bag from getting messed up during the day. And those can be found at any local store, but it's a half-gallon and that'll carry a lot of bait. The larger bag is designed around the 3600 size boxes, and you can carry up to 4 of those. And like I say, everybody's going to have their own way of wanting to pack out their bag for the type of fishing they're doing for that day. This way I have a little assortment for pretty much anything that's going to hit the surf today. Stripers, bluefish. Lots of other little side pouches. I carry a spool of leader. The other side is a waterproof first aid kit, sunblock.
But truly everything you need is on that one pack.
It's all in there.
Where can people get that?
You can go to my website, which is www.coastlinesurfsystem.com. And you can also check our Facebook page and see a listing of the retailers that are carrying the pack currently. Mostly on the East Coast right now, from Massachusetts to Florida.
I mean, it's really an ingenious piece. How did you come up with the idea, if I can ask?
Well, I was actually heading out fishing like everybody else would, with my hands full of rods and tackle boxes. As I was heading out one day for a day of fishing, there was an older gentleman trying to walk back with his hands full. He tripped on the beach, everything went in the sand, and that's when the light bulb went out that something easier had to be created. Instead of carrying buckets, tackle boxes, rods, sand spikes, this way I'm walking on the beach with a cup of coffee in my hand, and that's it. I'm completely hands-free.
Straps right to your back. Great idea. Ted Blake, Coastline Surf Systems. Thanks for telling us about this, and hopefully some people can get out and find it and get a use for it. Thank you.
You'll find it's real easy.
That's going to do it for this week's Yankee Fisherman. We'll be back next week with all kinds of new stuff. Till then, tight lines.